This is IXL 7th grade A.3 Multiplicative Inverses. Multiplicative looks like the word multiply, doesn't it? So the multiplicative inverse of a number is a number that you multiply it by to get 1. If we were talking about additive inverse, it would be a number that you would add to a number to get 0. But in this case, it's a number that we multiply to get 1. So what do we multiply 4/7 by to get 1? It's just the reciprocal, y'all. So, and you see, if you multiply 4/7 by 7/4, these can cancel or simplify, and these can simplify by dividing by the same thing. If I didn't want to do that, I'd still get, let me go back, let me show you. So, let's multiply 4 times 7, 28, and 7 times 4 is 28. Well, 28 divided by 28 is just 1. The other thing I could have done is take any numerator and any denominator and simplify them. So I'm going to divide these by 4, divide these by 7, and I get 1/1, or just 1. So the multiplicative inverse of 4/7 that I'm looking for is 7/4. And I think we're going to use the / key for that fraction, because they don't give us an option of putting in a fraction. Alright, multiplicative inverse of 10/9. Again, it is the reciprocal. You flip it over. So it is 9/10. I'm probably going to skip a few here. Multiplicative inverse of 7/9 is its reciprocal. That would be 9/7. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to do a few to get to maybe some harder ones. So I'll be right back. Here we go. Here's one that's not a fraction. It's not written in fraction form. It's written as a whole number, 17. But I can write 17 as 17 divided by 1. So then my multiplicative inverse is just going to be 1/17. So anytime you see a whole number, write it over 1 or divided by 1 using the fraction bar, and then its multiplicative inverse is its reciprocal at that point. Okay, here's another one. Multiplicative inverse of the number 1 is itself, because you multiply it times itself to get 1. Okay, I was looking for a negative number. Negative 23 over 42, or negative 23 divided by 42, multiplicative inverse is just negative 42 over 23. Now, I will tell you this. If you are working on an EOG, make sure I get that in there right. Yeah. As far as what's technically right and wrong, that negative could stay with that 23 and it would still be the correct answer. However, if you're working on an EOG and it's a gridded response, you definitely want to make sure that that negative is in the numerator. And I think IXL does it the same way, but I'm not sure. I don't know if you left it in the denominator or if you left it with the 23, if it would count it right. But just understand that if you're working on your EOG, you want to make sure that you put the negative in the numerator. So you want to switch it to the 42. All right, let's see, we're up to a 75 and we got some mixed numbers now. So to do the multiplicative inverse of a mixed number, first thing we need to do is change it to an improper fraction. So negative 1 and 7/12. And the way we do that is we multiply that 12 times the 1 and we get 12. And then we add that 7 in. So that is a negative 19/12. And then we flip that over, take the reciprocal of it. Again, you want to move the negative to the 12. You want to keep it in the numerator for your EOGs. So let's see. Negative 12/19. Okay, 78. We're getting there. Okay, same thing. 1 and 1/49. Oh, lost my pen for a second. Okay, let's see. 1 and 1/49. 49th. Let's change this to an improper fraction first. 49 times 1 is 49, plus 1 is 50 49ths, and then you want to take the reciprocal of that. Your answer is going to be 49/50ths. All right, multiplicative inverse of 28 is its reciprocal. 1 divided by 28. See if we get any that are too much more difficult. Let's see, that's going to be 1 over 48. Thought we just did something like this. Let's see, that's going to be the reciprocal. 29 divided by 49. Negative 49/16. I think maybe this is as difficult as it's going to get. I'll pause it and see what else I get to. I'll come back if I get something much more difficult. Okay, so this one is going to be a negative 68 as an integer. I'm not sure on IXL. I don't want to put one in wrong because it'll bring my score way down. Y'all know how it is with the SMART score. But I'm going to say on the EOG, it would probably be okay for you to put in a negative 68 divided by 1. But let's put in the integer because we know that's going to be correct. So let's just put in the integer negative 68 here. We're in the challenge round, so multiplicative inverse of negative 1 is just negative 1. Remember, it's just the number that you multiply it by to get 1. So let's do one more, and then I think we'll stop. Let's see. 47 and 1/2. Got to change it to improper fraction. 2 times 47 is 94. Plus 1 is 95 halves. So the multiplicative inverse is going to be 2 divided by 95. Alright, so this gets you up to a 94 in the challenge round. I think we're good. Thanks for watching.